There is the spinning ball Sonic animation. And we got the Sega logo. Shall we have? There we go. Anyway, greetings ladies and gents. Welcome to another brand new Desert Kiddo LP. And today I'm going to be starting off with the first episodic game of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Oh yeah. I love that. I absolutely love that. Getting the flashback of the classic games. But anyway, with that being said, let's get this whole thing started, shall we? Okay, so starting off, we are going to do The Adventure Begins, which is the first act of Splash Hill Zone. Basically, a flashback to Green Hill Zone. So basically, in this game, it's basically a throwback to the first Sonic game, but with a lot of the elements from the first, second, and third games. So, like the spin dash, you got the spin dash, the spin attack, and of course you have a lot of things, a lot of the classic move sets in Sonic. You have the classic power-ups as well, like the power sneakers, the shield, the invisibility, and of course ring boxes. Yep, Tim, ring boxes are back to in full force. Whoa. And some enemies take me by surprise by blending into the atmosphere. But of course, one new feature in this game that has been introduced into this one, which is of course the prominent move set, one of the prominent moves from the 3D classic games, is of course the spin dash. And you'll be seeing me do that with these shades of bubbles a lot. Basically, it's just to keep me moving, and if there's no enemy in sight, it always escalates into a air dash, like that. Alright, just get rid of that Buzz Bomber. And of course, all you got to do is to get from point A to point B, get to the goal. And of course, the giant room returns at the end of each stage, kind of like in Sonic 1 and Sonic CD. And also, when you get 10,000 points, instead of getting a continue, you get an extra life instead of a continue. Which kind of goes back to Sonic 2, except that it's not a continue. And anyway, we've got, of course, the special stages that return back in Sonic from Sonic 1. And this time around, you control the stage itself. Which is a good idea, which is a neat concept. But I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of actually like the half-pipe mazes from Sonic, from the sequel to this this episodic game. I'm just collecting rings just for, of course, score sakes. And these bumpers can be extremely annoying, especially in the later special stages. Alright, so let's get that Chaos Emerald. Oh, of course, the first Chaos Emerald has been acquired. And of course, whenever you actually clear a special stage, or if you don't go into the special stage ring, you are given the option to play the next act. I'm going to be doing that in each zone playthrough, because each part is going to consist of one zone each. And some of that, and yes, before anybody asks, yes, I'm getting all the Chaos Emeralds, like what I did in Sonic 1 and in Sonic 2. So basically, I'm continuing this tradition. And before anybody asks, why am I not doing a Sonic 3 and Knuckles Let's Play yet? Well, unfortunately, I do have a copy of it on Sonic Mega Collection, but unfortunately, I don't have my Wii. So, and because my, what was it? Because my capture card for my GameCube broke. Is not working anymore with my Windows 7 laptop, my Dell laptop. Well, considering that Dell isn't very reliable compared to HP, Sonic 3 and Knuckles will have to be put on hold until a digital release on the PlayStation Network for PS4 will be granted. I wish Sonic 3 was released on PS3 though. Oh, that was a big score, and I nearly made it. I nearly cleared the second act in a minute. That was a real fast one, wasn't it? Special stage 2 coming right up, and I really am spinning like a record, ain't I? Alright, so basically we got a... So of course adding in there is of course these little gem things from Sonic 1, and I've got to avoid these exclamation marks. These are gold, by the way. These are the goals of this game. You have to avoid them at all costs. And I forgot to mention this in the first special stage, but there are time spheres which you need to collect in order to increase the time. So instead of actually being on unlimited time, you are on a time limit instead. You can move the stage, but you're on a time limit because this game likes to be stringent. Well, no, please don't. There we go. Second Chaos Emerald obtained. And another extra life on the cards. Yep, we'll play the next act. Now, as you can probably tell, the graphical presentation in this game in Episode 1 is actually pretty good. And the cell shading is actually pretty unique and pretty cool. But I will admit that the graphical presentation in Sonic 2 actually looks a little bit better because it removes the cell shading. Because I think that Sonic never needed cell shading. I think Sonic 3D World was good as it was in Sonic Episode 2, and it was a little bit more, immersive. And it kind of is more comparable to that, of course, the CGI Sonic games. You know, the ones that use the Hedgehog engine. Speaking of which, I really hope that Sega uses the Hedgehog engine for Project Sonic 2017. And also, some of you may be wondering, why am I playing this game? Well, it's because this year, alongside Project Sonic 17, we have now got an announcement of a new 2D Sonic game. And this time around, we got a new classic Sonic game coming, and it's basically a brand new one built from the ground up from the creator who actually engineered Sonic for Sonic CD, Christian Whitehead, alongside two other development companies, one called Pagonda Games, and I can't remember the other one, I believe so. I think it's got ours in my head though. But anyway, by looking at Sonic Mania looks absolutely awesome. The presentation is just absolutely wonderful. And I actually say it's a really beautiful looking game, and going back to the sprite eye style of the original trilogy is really incredible. And of course it has a very, nostalgic, filter on it as well, which will really look all 90s, or give me 90s kid flashbacks. Well, considering I actually grew up, I was born in the late 80s and grew up throughout the 90s. Mega Drive was one of my many childhood, places in my childhood hearts. The Mega Drive days was one of the best things about the 90s. So basically, that filter is pretty good. And basically the zones all look awesome, and I'm really looking forward to Sonic Mania. And speaking of which, they've also revealed Tails and Knuckles are also some of what Tails and Knuckles actually do in the game. They are comparable to that of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, by a massive shot. Why is that? Because Knuckles has his gliding and Tails can fly again, and they all have their winning poses. I've got to say this right now, that Green Hill being recreated was actually a pretty good idea. Alongside the two new zones actually look awesome. Mirage Saloon and of course Studiopolis, which gives a lot of throwbacks of older things like the Sega Popcorn, of course the Dancing Eggman, and many other things. My god, Sega likes to be nostalgic in this game and that game. I'm really looking forward to Sonic Mania, and it's going to be an awesome game, by the way. But now we come to the boss, and honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, this has got to be possibly the worst boss music I've ever seen. Seriously, it's not even boss music at all. It's absolute. It's something. It's possibly more of a circus act than a freaking boss music. Ah! I cannot believe that Junsonu would do this. Come on, Wrecking Ball. Die already! Ah, finally. And we got rid of him. I hate that hedgehog! Sure you do, Eggman. That Wrecking Ball's gone. Oh, I can't forget that's a very useful Sonic, the very useful engine, and oh my god, the Wrecking Ball thing with Miley Cyrus and all those Thomas hits. But anyway, we now, if you don't actually go on to the next act, you actually have, of course, a map screen, which has, of course, and whenever you have the special stages, you can actually freely select them, as well as 3 other zones in this game. Well, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next part when I take on Casino Street Toad, so we'll see you guys next time.